Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Kent. How you doing? How you doing? You doing all right? It's time for my first impression. I just got this new knife from Spyderco in. It's a mail call. I just had it for a second, but you want to know something? I've had its brother for a couple of years now, so I'm pretty aware on how it's used and how good it is. But let's talk about this new version. This is the Spyderco UKPK, the UK pen knife from Spyderco. I like it. It's a listen to me, a slip joint knife, which means it's a non-locking knife. But just like the other UKPK that I bought in 2004, there was S110V steel. The slip joint is very hard. The spring in this UKPK is, I have to use two hands. Of course, I just picked it up from the front desk about, I don't know, an hour ago. So it is fresh out of the box. What makes this special is that Spyderco just anointed this one of their production knives with S110V steel. S110V steel, you know that Spyderco in 2016, at late 2015, early 2016, had a collection of knives, production knives with S110V steel. It wasn't their first time with S110V steel at all, but it was usually sprint runs. They finally decided to do it with production knives, and the pricing is pretty competitive as well because there are hundreds and thousands of these. Well, they just released this in 2017, and I'm happy they did that. I'm happy they made this real simple, very simple pen knife with all of these 2017 elements to it. Now, of course, the Spyderco UK pen knife, the UKPK, was developed to meet the UK market demands. Now, in most of the United Kingdom, you can't have a locking knife. You cannot have a locking knife. And in fact, in most of them, you need a two-hand opening knife. Of course, this does have the functioning Spidey hole with the one-hand opening. But man, as you can tell, the spring is really tight on this, which I really like. Now, of course, it still isn't locked, but like almost, I would say about 95% of the Spyderco knives that are slip joint knives, they have a forward choil. Spyderco does that first. Spyderco loves their forward choil. This is a 50-50 choil. 50% of it handle, 50% of it blade. But what they do is they give you a choil so that if it does go forward, your finger is the safety. It can't go past that finger, right? In the choil. So not only do you have a great grip on it, but it also is a backup in case the knife slips in some weird way. Your finger saves it. It's very good. It has jimping. It has the traditional Spyderco leaf blade, which is really nice. I love the... Okay, let's talk about the handle. I love FRN. I think Spyderco does fiberglass reinforced nylon handles, the plastic handles. Strong space age plastic is what I call it, better than anyone else. It just feels good. It gives you just enough traction as well in this formation. I love that they have, again, the deep carry wire clip on this. This thing weighs 1.9 ounces, just under 2 ounces. It's a very light knife. Very nice EDC friendly knife, I'll tell you. People are afraid of slip joints. Come on, guys. Locking pocket knives are not that old, okay? All of my grandfather and father's knives pretty much were slip joint knives. And they had all their fingers. But especially for this, they also have the... So I really love that fact. This spring, I'm telling you, I'm not doing it just for the video. I have to push it down. It also has what a lot of modern slip joints have, and that's that half stop. At 90-degree angle, the blade stops. They put a stop in it. Now you can push through it, but that's saying, hey buddy, this thing is about ready to take off your fingers, move them. So there is a natural stop there. Very strong, nice. Full flat ground, nice slicer, and S110V steel. I like this new UKPK. I really do. If you haven't bought the earlier UKPKs with the S30V steel, or if you're like me, you're really loving the S110V steel, and you're really loving this whole blue series, grab one of these now, okay? They just came out. They're available. I noticed they haven't come up yet on Blade HQ, but some people have gotten them. I was lucky enough to find one of my friends who are in the collector club to sell it to me new. But boy, what a wonderful addition to the blue family. And I don't think Spyderco gets enough credit. I know the people on YouTube who do the reviews give them credit, but you get a lot of negatives when Spyderco gives you an S30V steel blade, which is perfect, but you wanted more out of a blade. Here are productions all made in the USA in Denver. And the big boys, remember? Paramilitary 2. Yeah, the Native. The Mannix 2. And the Military. All in blue or Blurple G10. All in the blue, dark blue FRN or G10. Well, that's the new one to my collection, and I like it. 2.9-inch blade, 1.9 ounces, S110V steel. The full length, 6.9 inches, full length. I'm loving it. That's my first reaction. Oh yeah, I slurped all over it. I knew what the knife was, but I love that we get it in dark blue. But the more important thing is it's upgraded from the S30V steel all the way up to S110V, and this is a production model. It's not a limited edition. That's it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and of course, turn on your notifications because I have another knife. I think it's coming either tomorrow or the next day, but it'll be soon and you'll get the first reactions. You guys have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.